Avery, there is something very important that I have to discuss with you. I've been putting it off for a long time, but I can't avoid it any longer.
What is it? You sound so serious. Is everything okay?
It's about Mom. She has been constantly nagging me about it, and I have been torn between keeping it a secret or telling you the truth. But I think you deserve to know.
What are you talking about? Stop beating around the bush and spit it out already. You're making me nervous.
She has been pleading with me for months. Mom is adamant that she wants to move in with us. She says she can't stand living alone anymore.
Move in? With us? You've got to be kidding me.
Mom has been feeling lonely and insecure ever since Dad passed away. That's why she is anxious about her future. She thinks we're the only ones who can take care of her.
I can understand how your mother feels, but I really don't like the idea of moving in with her. I think it's better for her to live independently while she still has her health. She needs to find her own happiness, not depend on us.
Is that what you think? Don't you have any sympathy for her?
Of course I do. But you're concerned about her, aren't you?
Well, yes. I love Mom, and I want her to be happy. But I also love you, and I don't want to ruin our marriage.
How about suggesting she move into an apartment nearby? That way you can visit her whenever you have some spare time. By doing that, we wouldn't have to worry about each other, would we? We could still have our privacy and space.
But Mom is determined to move in with us. I don't know if I can persuade her to move to an apartment nearby.
It's your responsibility to persuade her. Besides, I have something to confess to you.
What is it?
The first time we met each other, your mother deliberately stepped on my foot.
Huh? Really? I thought she just accidentally stepped on your foot.
No, I'm sure she did it on purpose. She was murmuring to me that I stole her precious son away from her. She gave me a nasty look and a fake smile.
I think you misheard her at that time. Maybe she was just joking.
I don't think so. I'm absolutely certain that your mother had a grudge against me. She never liked me and she never will.
That's not true. Well, maybe Mom was a bit envious of you when we met, but she's not like that anymore. She's learned to accept you as part of the family.
Really? Considering what she did to me when we first met, I doubt she has changed. I still hate the idea of her living with us. She'll make our lives miserable.
I think you're just being paranoid. Even if that were the case, I'll handle it.
Are you sure? I'll consider it if you say that much. But you have to promise me that you'll stand by me no matter what.
Thank you. I apologize if I'm causing you trouble with Mom because I'm an only child. Avery, I got a message from Mom again. She said you kick her out of the house every day for cleaning. You forced her to leave the house and do the chores. What the hell are you doing to my mom?
Huh? I don't have a clue about that at all. Well, I'd rather have her go outside than just lie down in the living room watching TV. She could do something productive than just waste her time on the couch. She can go outside to get some fresh air. But I didn't kick her out of the house, especially threaten her to get out.
Mom was so depressed. She said it's hard to live together since you're bullying her every day. You're hurting her every day, so that's why it's impossible to coexist with you.
What? That's my line. It should be my feeling.
Now that we're living together, you'd better take good care of Mom. You'd better treat her well and respect her.
How can you say that? You are being so unreasonable. I never agreed to live with your mother. I never consented to that. I said I'd think about it, and then the next Sunday you forced her to move in with us. You brought her here without my permission.
What do you mean forced? And without your permission? You need to understand my situation and empathize with my dilemma, since Mom's been telling me that she's lonely every day. If you were in my shoes, would you still let her live alone? Would you still leave her by herself?
I wouldn't do that.
See? Then be nicer to Mom.
But your mother is very mean. And she's a liar, too. She hides my favorite shoes when she knows I'm going out. When I'm at home, she adds more garbage. She put a lot of dirty dishes, and because of that, the sink is full. I put up with her a lot, and you just don't know about that.
That's because you're not nice to Mom. So she decided to take a revenge on you by doing some mean things.
Is it my fault? Your mother is a jerk, but you want me to put up with it? What on earth are you thinking?
No one said anything about that. Why can't you understand? I'm just asking you to be nicer to Mom.
You don't trust anything I say at all, right? And in your eyes, your mother is always right and I'm always wrong? That's what you're trying to say, isn't it?
Of course not. You just misunderstood everything I said.
I thought husbands were supposed to protect their wives. Well, looks like I was wrong. I've had enough. Jacob, can I have a word with you? Your mother went out and didn't come back for hours. Do you have any idea where she went? She usually watches the news before dinner and never misses it.
Mom called me while crying hysterically just now. She said you told her to go to a department store in town to buy some fruit for dessert. How dare you?
Huh? For what?
I don't know. You told her, didn't you? You gave her the order, didn't you? But it's too heavy for her to carry home by herself. So she asked me to do something about it. She begged me to help her out.
I don't remember asking her to do the shopping. Oh my God, she's lying through her teeth. She told me that she was going shopping and then she left without a word.
Then why is she in town? You're the one who ordered her to do so, weren't you?
I didn't say that. You're accusing me unreasonably. I wonder why she ended up in that situation.
Stop making lame excuses. I've had enough of your nonsense, Avery.
I really didn't ask her to do the shopping. I swear I didn't. I think your mother is making up stories as usual. She always plays the victim.
Stop blaming my mom. How dare you accuse my mom like that?
Are you telling me that you don't believe me? You said you'd protect me even if the opponent is your mother. Look at what you texted me.
How can I believe anything said by someone who has always bullied my mother? Your behavior is terrible, and there's no way I can protect you.
How many times do I need to repeat myself? I didn't bully her. I followed what your mother asked me to do. If you call that bullying, what am I supposed to do then?
I don't know. I don't have a clue. Then why is Mom crying and calling me?
That's what I want to ask. What in the world is happening?
I had no idea you were such a blatant liar. I'm disappointed about you.
Why don't you believe me? You're my husband. Can't you trust your wife?
Then don't make my mom cry.
Huh? What did you say?
Listen, you idiot. I won't forgive you if you make my mom cry again.
What a mama's boy.
Huh? Excuse me? What did you say?
You don't believe or listen to anything I told you, but you only accept what your mother told you.
Don't talk so big. You're just a housewife.
I beg your pardon? I'm not your housekeeper or servant. I deserve to be treated fairly.
You're overreacting every time. Mom would never bully my wife.
Huh. There you go again, mama's boy.
What the hell? I won't forgive you if you say anything more.
I don't care what you say. I'm telling the truth.
Anyway, take care of Mom more seriously, will you? Hey, looks like you did it again, huh? I just heard from Mom. She asked you to make her some tea. You put boiling water in her teacup and she didn't realize that. When she held the teacup, it was so hot it almost overflowed.
What? That's impossible.
She was about to let go of it because it was too hot. But you slapped her hand. She said she spilled some and her hand got a little burnt. That's the worst thing you could do to my mom. I really can't believe you dared to do that, Avery. Do you really enjoy bullying an elderly woman so much?
Why do you only believe what your mother told you?
Huh?
Use your common sense. Do you think I would do such a thing? It's not right to give someone a teacup full of boiling water, is it?
That's why I'm scolding you since you're not behaving properly. Don't complain if I divorce you.
What? It's all your mother's lies.
Why are you still talking like that? How long are you going to continue calling my mother a liar?
Then let me ask you, you stupid. How can you be so sure she's not lying? How could you possibly know who is lying and who isn't?
Well, my mom raised me since I was a little kid. Of course, I believe her. You should apologize to her. You're one-sidedly hurting her, aren't you?
What the hell are you talking about? I'm not going to apologize for something I didn't do.
How dare you say that? I have proof. Mom sent me a picture of her burns. I saw how red and swollen it was.
Maybe she picked that up somewhere from the internet. How could she get burned if I didn't serve her boiling water?
When did you start to become such a jerk?
I haven't changed at all. It's just that ever since I started living with your mother, I just can't get you to believe what I'm saying. You don't believe any words I say, do you?
I told you, my mom doesn't tell lies. You're the one who's lying.
Are you serious about that?
I'm serious. Your bullying of my mother was so severe. I was thinking of divorcing you.
Divorce? Are you sure about that? You really don't believe me?
How can I believe you when you let my own mother get her hand burnt? I'll leave the divorce papers on the kitchen table. Fill it out and get out of that house. I no longer accept you as my wife.
So you're serious about the divorce? You think that everything is my fault?
That's right. You do all kinds of unbelievable things. You deserve to be divorced.
I understand. For me, the days after your mother moved in together were a living hell. Your mother lied to me every day. You heard her lies and then you blame me. With all this unreasonableness, there's no point in living together anymore.
What's with that tone of voice? You deserve to be blamed.
I see. So that's what you think? I don't remember doing a single thing your mother said to you.
I don't need excuses. Anyway, before you hurt my mother again, get out of the house as soon as possible. Avery, please tell me you haven't filed for divorce yet, right? Please say you haven't.
I'm filing it right now as we speak. I'm about to press the submit button.
What? No, wait a minute. Just wait a minute.
Why? Why should I wait? It's what you and your mother wanted, right? You both wanted me out of your lives. I just thought I'd file them as soon as possible and get it over with.
If it's still pending, it's not too late, right? We can still stop this, right?
What do you mean? What are you trying to say?
Go, cancel it now. Right now. Don't file it, please.
I don't want to. Why should I cancel our divorce? You're the one who initiated it. You're the one who asked me to leave.
I know, but I was wrong. I'm the one who's calling for the divorce to be annulled. You should be happy about that.
I'm not happy at all. I'm not grateful, and I'm furious.
What do you mean by that? Why are you furious?
You're the only one who didn't believe in me. I never thought you would do that to me. To be honest, I'm relieved. Because it's over. But why are you asking me to cancel the submission? What made you change your mind now?
Because Mom told me the truth. She confessed everything. Everything she's been telling me is a lie. A big fat lie. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't cheat on me. And you didn't disrespect her. She told me that it was her who was bullying you. She was the one who made your life miserable.
I wonder why she suddenly changed her attitude. Why did she suddenly decide to tell you the truth, huh?
She didn't think we'd get divorced because of what she did. Actually, she didn't think we'd take it this far. She thought she could get my attention by telling lies about you. Then she could manipulate me into choosing her over you. So she was pretending that she was the one being snubbed. That's very typical of Mom. She always gets her way.
No, it's not typical. It's not normal. It's just selfishness and cruelty. You never thought about how it would make me feel, did you? You never cared about my feelings, did you?
What kind of harassment did you get? What did she do to you?
You want to hear about that? You want to know what I went through?
Yes, I do. Let me apologize for what I did to you.
I wasn't allowed to have breakfast. She said not to waste time to eat because there's a lot of housework to do in the morning. She said I had to earn my keep. Then I was told to walk to the store for supper every day for exercise. She doesn't care if I have to carry a heavy load of rice, liquid soap, or something else. She doesn't care if I get tired or hurt.
Did she tell you to do that? She really say that?
Besides, just because we don't have any children yet, there were days when she would smack me hard on the head. She would hit me with her hand or a wooden spoon. She would say that I was barren and useless. Isn't that what you call violence? Tell me, isn't that what you call abuse?
You're kidding, right? Mom would never do such a thing. My mom would never hurt you.
I know, right? You think it's a lie, don't you? Are you thinking that I'm making it up? But it's true. It's all true. She's been bullying me while you're out for work. I made dinner, but your mother threw them in the trash because she said that it tasted bad. She said I couldn't cook. She dropped all the laundry I hung out to dry and made me redo it. She said I couldn't clean. She also threw my blanket in the rain. She said I didn't deserve to sleep. But you still didn't believe a word I said to you. I pleaded with you over and over again. But you only believed your mother. You always took her side.
Avery, I'm so sorry. I didn't know about that. I had no idea.
It's not that you didn't know. It's that you didn't want to know. You chose to turn a blind eye. I was treated less than a housekeeper by your mother. Since I agreed to live with her, I knew I had to take good care of her. And yet she treated me like dirt.
I didn't realize that.
But you didn't care about me, did you? The only thing that mattered to you was your mother. The only person you loved was your mother. When you asked me for a divorce, I was so relieved. Right now, I was so happy.
Please don't be so cold, Avery.
Of course I was relieved. I'm so relieved to get away from my daily life of slavery. I'm so happy to be free from your mother's tyranny. That's why I won't cancel the submission of our divorce petition. I want this divorce more than anything.
Wait a minute. Mom insists she won't let us divorce. She says she loves you. She wants you back. Will you reconsider? Please, give us another chance.
Are you kidding? Don't make me laugh, Jacob. Your mother doesn't want us to get the divorce because she'll have no one left to treat like a housekeeper. She'll have no one left to boss around. It's not like she loves me.
I'll make sure Mom won't do any harm to you again. I'm sure that she won't bother you again. So please come back to me.
I don't believe you anymore. Just like you never believed me. And I don't care what you say.
Don't say that, please. If you don't come back, she's going to make me do all the housework. She's going to make me suffer. I can't handle that.
That's not true. I could do it, so I'm sure that you could do it too. I'm just doing what your mother told me to do. Just like you always did.
Because Mom wants me to prepare breakfast, lunch, and dinner for her every single day, you know. She's very demanding and picky about her food. If I have to work, I have to get it done in the morning before I leave. Otherwise, she'll throw a tantrum and complain to me all day.
Well, if you don't do it, your mother will be in a bad mood, so you have to put it into practice. You have to sacrifice your own time and energy for her.
Why do you talk as if it's somebody else's business?
Because I'm going to be a stranger to you guys from now on.
I won't be able to do my job if I have to deal with Mom's selfishness. If you come back, I can continue to work as before. Hey, please, reconsider. Please give us another chance.
I don't know anything about your family's financial situation. I don't care about them either.
Avery, don't be so cold. It's faster to talk to you than it is to talk to Mom.
Huh? I'm not your slave. I have feelings too. I even have a limit for my patience. When you asked me for a divorce, I knew this was my limit. So I can't go back there anymore. I can't live with you anymore.
You're abandoning me? What a cruel woman.
Huh? You didn't believe me? That's what happened, right? Don't be rude, Jacob. And do you think you can prevent me from being free? I'm divorcing you anyway.
What about me and Mom? Don't you think about our life?
Don't be ridiculous. Oh my god, I'm disgusted because of your stupidity. And why don't you two just live happily as mother and son?
Okay, let me confess. We don't get along well. When you left, she'd yell at me all the time. She'd nag at me all the time. I'm so stressful.
I've been putting up with it all my life. But you wouldn't even listen to me. You should have gone through the humiliation I went through. You should have experienced the pain I felt and the misery I experienced.
Don't say that. Please. Don't do that. Please, Avery. Help me, please. If you want, we can leave this house and live together. Or we can move to another place and start over.
Huh? Why did you put me through this? Think about the reason why you did it in the first place. No woman will marry a mama's boy like you. You're a spineless and selfish man. So, at best, you two will have to keep your wits and live together.
Avery, are you serious? Are you sure there's nothing you can do to cancel our divorce? There's no way we can fix our marriage?
Not at all. Well then, please, excuse me. Leave me alone. And get out of my sight forever. After a long and bitter legal battle, we were finally and officially divorced. Jacob was stubbornly insisting on filing for another marriage certificate until the very end, hoping to change my mind. I'm glad my lawyer was able to persuade him to give up on that idea. We filed for the division of property and a claim for damages against my mother-in-law, whom I could not forgive by any means. She had made my life a living hell with her constant interference and criticism. I recorded the daily harassment from my mother-in-law as evidence. I had audio recordings of her insulting, threatening, and belittling me from a fixed location, out of sight, and sound on my cell phone, which would be admissible in court. I had to do that to make me feel better and to protect myself from her lies. Jacob had to juggle between work with the housework, including daily meal preparation, cleaning, and laundry every day. He soon realized how hard it was to manage everything without me and gave up. He ran out of the house one day, leaving behind a note saying he was sorry. I never heard from him again. I wonder where he is now and what he is doing. Jacob and his mother are no longer my concern, so they can live as they please. As for me, I have found a new job that I love and I'm enjoying my single life. I have more freedom and happiness than ever before. If a nice man who understands me properly comes along, I would like to think about marriage again. But for now, I'm content with myself.